Hi, I'm Samantha with Carl's Quality Cooling and Heating, and today I have brought in our Senior System Design Specialist, Justin Tubbs, and our System Design Specialist and Comfort Advisor, Philip Cole, to answer some of the questions that you guys are wondering about your own HVAC systems. Because the more you know, the better you can make that hard decision when it comes up. All right, today we are talking about cost and efficiency. Why do energy bills spike in the summer, and what can homeowners do about it?
Well, I know this one. And so the reason those energy bills spike in the summer is because your AC is on. So the studies have shown that about 70% of your electrical bill in the summer is your AC. And so it is the biggest energy consumer in your home by far. And so what can you do about it? Well, you can opt for a more energy efficient AC system. So today's high efficiency systems use about half the amount of electricity than older systems. And so if you have an old, like 12, 14, 15-year-old system, you upgrade to a new system, it's going to use about half as much electricity. So that's a huge savings right there. But if you have a newer system and you still have high bills, just basic maintenance items like a 1/10 of an inch of dust on an AC system's blower wheel inside the house can reduce the efficiency of a system by almost 30%, which is wild. And just having that blower wheel cleaned can improve your efficiency by a significant amount. So basic things like that can help.
Yeah, and so high electricity bills are just one problem that a homeowner might experience with their HVAC system. And Justin here often says sometimes our issues with our HVAC systems cannot be solved by equipment alone. Remember, the system is the house, not just the equipment. And so we've noticed as we do a lot of system change out for folks that some folks are interested in keeping their duct system, but they've changed equipment several times and never replaced the ducts. Well, the problem with that is that results in high energy bills as well, because that insulation compresses over time, and then there's not enough separation between the cold air in the duct and the hot air in our Texas attics, which means heat gets drawn into those ducts, and our system has to work twice as hard to cool the house half as well.
Wow.
So replacing those ducts can actually bring about a huge improvement in that electricity bill.
I would not have thought about that. Yeah, that's interesting. What are the most cost-effective ways to improve AC efficiency?
That's a really good question. So some of the most cost-effective ways are setting the thermostat a couple of degrees higher. I know that sounds like blasphemy, okay? But just changing it a couple of degrees can make a massive difference on energy consumption. And what we find is when people install higher efficiency, newer systems, especially variable speed systems, they will actually be much more comfortable at higher temperatures because of their increased humidity removal. And so a lot of times people have high humidity in the house, and so they're driving that temperature down. If I walk into someone's house and they're keeping it at like 68 or like 70 degrees, that to me is an immediate red flag that they have high humidity, because they're doing those low temperatures really mainly because of the moisture in the air. If you can remove the moisture from the air, you're going to feel more comfortable at a higher temperature and use less energy. And changing your filters regularly is a big way that you can do it. And not setting back your thermostat at a high temperature when you leave for the day. I know that's my AC hot take. Okay, what people say is, when you leave for the day, set it to a higher temperature. So when you get home, set it to a lower temperature. But often what happens is your AC just has to work much harder later in the day for longer. And it ends up either being a wash, or you use more energy overcoming those hot temperatures.
I think you just gave every dad in America like a heart attack, because I know that was ingrained.
God bless them.
Don't touch the thermostat.
Don't touch the thermostat. I love that. Okay, so last question. Are newer HVAC systems really worth the investment?
Yeah, well, it depends upon a couple of factors, especially if the unit is older and inefficient. Absolutely. So if you have an older, inefficient air conditioning system, you are significantly overpaying the utility companies. And so you are paying sometimes twice as much as you should be. If you have old equipment put together with old ductwork, you may be paying 2-3 times what you should be on energy costs because of all the energy loss, and especially with just energy losing problems that go along with older equipment and older duct. And so, yeah, it absolutely is worth the investment because you're going to immediately start saving money.
And a good comfort advisor can help you run the numbers so that you can determine how you might compare the upfront cost of a new system to the utility cost of running the system that you already have and where the most value might lie for the homeowner.
I know for me, if my AC went out today, like I'd be like, oh gosh, well, how do I pay for that, right? So like financing, do a lot of companies offer that? How does that even work? Because I know that when you get that full system, it's a big pricey bill, right?
Well, look, we get it. I mean, we're not all HVAC equipment is kind of like set it and forget it, and you don't think about it until the next time it breaks, right? Mm-hmm. And so we understand that not a lot of people are saving up at this very moment for their next They're so excited to get their new HVAC system, a few years from now or whatever.
Forget the cruise. I'm ready for my new HVAC system.
Yeah, it's completely normal for a homeowner to find themselves in a bit of a situation with HVAC that doesn't make sense to repair, and then they need to make a decision about what they're going to do moving forward. So we come ready with those kind of solutions that allow people to get into new HVAC equipment in a way that fits their budget and their needs. Mm-hmm. So we've got some short-term, zero-interest options that people can choose from. We also have more long-term, lower payment options that'll help, with the family budget, so that people can get into the equipment that makes the most sense for them.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, guys. And that's it about cost and efficiency on HVAC in your home. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.